Hi Kishore, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. Hey Bhargavi, good morning. Anil, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, Anil. Hey
Uh,
Kranti, good morning.
yes,
Yeah,
very good morning, sir.
Hey,
yeah.
good
Hi,
morning.
Krishna.
Some
Good
issue is
morning.
going on that also your sound is not audible, me.
Sorry?
Your sound is that time not audible, that also I'm not to give you response to the properly. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, no, okay, no issue.
Okay, sir.
So please wait a few minutes, guys. So rest of the people will join. Hi Jay, good morning.
Kishore, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Very good. Hi Manikanta, good morning.
Hi, Anna, good morning.
Paper one. Good morning.
Hi, Krishna. Good morning.
Hey. Okay, let's start, guys. Meanwhile, rest of people join. Let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, guys, welcome to Azure Administration course AG104. So today I will give some brief introduction about myself first, and then we can discuss about. So introduce guys yourself, and then we can start the basic details about on-premises. What is on-premises? What is data center? What is cloud? What is the difference between those? Then we can start the rest of the things. How the Azure cloud works. Okay. Okay. So my name is Krishna Kishore. You can call me Krishna. I have around 17 years of experience in IT industry, and I have been working as an Azure architect past 8 years. And now I've been in trainings past 5 years. I have trained many people like for the different courses like Azure Admin, Azure DevOps, Solution Architect. So these are different courses I used to give trainings. This is my career started as a backup and storage admin guy. So then I slowly moved to the cloud side. Then I was part of cloud more than 8 years. Okay. Um, this is all about my entire journey in IT industry. Yeah, can you please brief yourself one by one? Just give the name and what skill set you have. That's it. There's more than enough because I have some idea about that.
Okay. Hi all. This is Manikan. Actually, I'm having experience for 4 years for the WebLogic means all, and I'm application owner, and I'm working in ICICI.
Very good. Yeah, no need to tell the company name. Just details about your career, the skill
Okay,
set.
okay, no, thank you.
That's more than. Yeah. Thanks.
Hi Krishna, I'm Ajay. I'm working in networking and cloud security domains from
Oh,
past 10 years.
excellent. Yeah.
So
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. Who's next?
Hello everyone, I'm Rathod. So currently I'm working as a Citrix admin and I have a total 5 years of experience. In that 4 years I have as a rental admin and from past 1 year I'm working as a Citrix admin. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm Anil Rathod. I am working in Laute Motors in Gulbarga as an accountant. Since 2 years, I have experience.
Thank you. Okay.
Good morning, all. Myself, Vedula Bhargavi. I am fresher, right?
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Pawan, and I'm working as a .NET developer from past 13 years.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah, hi, I'm
yeah, go
Ajay.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Ajay. I have experience of .NET developer about 10 years.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, hi Kishore. I'm Kranti. I'm having 12 years as a developer.
Okay. Okay. Very good, guys. So most of the guys are experienced guys here. So this is it's easy for me, basically. So I explain easily. Some of the freshers also. That's good. Okay, guys. So we'll start with the basic idea about what is like how IT industry like IT services are working on it. Like what is on-prem? Do you have guys any idea about what is on-premises? What is the cloud? Any difference? Any basic difference? Any idea?
It's like on-premise is like the company will set up the infra, whatever required, like servers. in their location.
Okay.
Like cloud is like it is already hosted by someone else
Mhm.
company, and
Mhm.
people are using by like as a cost.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Very good. In any other inputs case on premises, on-prem, what called?
On-prem, you have your own data center, you have your own physical servers, which is located in your own head office.
Mhm.
And the cloud is nothing but you are just using a service from the third party. So such as you're using, you can call it as a VMware,
Mhm.
like where you're using, and such as cloud, you can say Azure, AWS,
Okay.
GCP.
Okay. 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 So what you understood, like on-premises is required. Basically, on-premises guys, they have their own data center. Data center means, so any company, like any company, they are going to provide IT services to the customers. So how they going to start their business? They are going to set up their own data center. So what exactly we have in a data center? So the data center means as a physical location where they can maintain their physical components like physical servers, networking, and setups, and routers, and all these things like cooling setups, power connections, everything they are going to set up in one place. That we can call as a data center. Okay, so this data center is maintained by that particular company. So who build this particular data center? For example, take any service provider like IT service provider like HCL or Infosys, whatever the IT company. Okay. So those people have their own data centers. So they are the people will responsible for that. Whatever the things like, if any power issues or any security issues, anything related to their own data center, they are the proprietor for that. So they are the responsible to maintain this entire data center. Okay. So they have complete right what they want to do on this particular data center, what type of services they want to maintain here, what type of how much storage they want to maintain it, how many servers they want to maintain it, or what type of network they want to maintain it, or what security they are going to implement. Everything is each and everything designed by this particular company because they build this one, just like a own house. So our own house is completely, we are the responsible for that. And we are the owner of this particular house. Want you want to do any modifications, you can do it because this is your own. Okay. So in on-premises, in before cloud, we everyone followed the same strategy. There is no difference. Even though any company they have multiple data centers for DR setup and everything. Basically, they are supposed to start their business with the one data center. So what is required to build this? So basically, it is required two things, right? We need to invest cost. So we have to invest a lot of money for that, and we require some space to find out, and we can set up this. We need to procure many things like servers, hardware setup, and everything like storage. They need to networking setups. They need power connections. Everything they need to purchase and set up everything in their data center. So they need to invest a lot of money for that. Once they're invested and everything is ready to go for serving to the customers, then they go for market and they go once the customer is contacted them, they start their business from that particular point. So here two things we need to remember it. First point is money is the first investment. So we don't know, like depends on the what size of data center you are going to build and what services you want to build. Everything that depends on your investment. Okay. Second point is time. It might be like 6 months, 1 year, 5 months, depends like how big it is. Depends on the when you arrange the entire data center ready to work. Right? It will take some time. So you as a customer, you as a service provider, you are planning to start any new business. We need to invest a lot of money to build our data center, and we have to invest a lot of time to build that data center. So once the data center is ready, then only you can start your business. Without data center, we cannot start any IT startup company. So that is a strategy we have. So based on their investment only, we can what type of services they can offer. For example, customer says that you got one customer, they need 10,000 servers to start their business, but their particular support. Maybe your data center may not be support that much of those many servers in a single point of time. Okay, they need some any high availability setup and everything. They need DR setup. So they want to set up the DR. It's a primary location, for example, entire data center is crashed, anything like that. What they're expecting, they need a DR data center when the primary data center is down. They need this one. So maybe then some startup companies may not be afford to build 2 data centers in a initial stage. They cannot afford that. And so because very huge investment is required for this. So it's a lot of challenges are there. They need to maintain the multiple power connections to maintain the entire data center. They need to maintain the multiple network setups to maintain the resiliency. Like they are going to maintain the multiple storage, they want to maintain it for the DR setup and everything. They need some connectivity between the primary and secondary or DR setup. Many things they are going to do. It is required a lot of investment. So we are facing a lot of issues when you go to the on-premises. Like they have to, network issues. Most of the times we are getting it. Power issues we are getting it. And the servers are hardware failures we are getting it. Many things we are and many times we are getting the issue with we are getting P1 tickets. Like we are getting some priority 1 tickets due to the server is down. Why the server is down? Because of so many reasons like power issues, network issues, or some cooling issues, or many things. Okay, hardware failure issues. Many things can happen. Patching issues. Many things can happen. So when you go to the cloud, what is the advantage you are getting it? This entire data center, we are not maintained ourselves. These data centers are developed by some company. So we are going to use their services. We are going to deploy our VM in their data center. We are going to use their storage. We are going to use their databases. Everything we are going to use how long you required. If once this VM is not required, you can delete. You can come out. If storage is not required, you can delete your data, you can come out. Database, it is not required, you can delete and come back. So how long you are going to use this particular service, you can pay for that. So what is the advantage you are getting here? Zero investment. Zero time investment. Because these services are already available. The data center is available. Simply you are going to use that services, what are the services are running in this particular data center. That's it. We are least bothered about who maintain this data center. As a customer, it's a zero. Like, for example, take example of HCL is a service provider. So I am a customer. So, for example, I'm planning to start a new business like online business like Uber or Ola, something like that, some traveling business. So This developer, this particular customer reached to the HCL and he's saying that I have application and I want to maintain this application on your, I need some services to maintain my application, like maintain some server, they need to deploy that application into their servers and they want to maintain what are the storage they want. They can put their data center they want to do it. Okay. So these entire applications and data centers and storage and everything is used HCL data center in older days. So nowadays, what they are going to do HCL, they are going to take a account with one of the cloud vendors. Okay. So they are going to use this particular data center to provide a service to this particular customer. The advantage is here, the HCL cannot maintain their own data centers in on-premises. This entire data center is maintained by someone else, and simply HCL also using the services from the particular vendor who maintain this particular data center. That is an advantage we have. The advantage is like it's almost we have multiple vendors available in the market. Like you can go with the very popular vendors. We know that. Who are they? Azure is
Azure,
Microsoft.
AWS,
Okay. AWS,
Oracle,
Oracle. Very good. Anyone else? GCP,
GCP,
Alibaba also is there.
Alibaba. Very good. Anyone else? IBM Cloud is there. VMware Cloud is there. Oracle Cloud is there. Okay. So many vendors are in the market. What exactly they are going to do? They are build their own data centers. Okay. These data centers are going to use by different customers. Okay. Different customers, they're going to use that. So these data centers they are going to build these data centers all over the world, not only single location. All over the world, they're going to build data centers, and these data centers are completely virtualized. That means we cannot see, we don't have any access to their data centers directly. Okay. We don't have any. So they don't have any choice to connect to their data centers directly, because we don't know where exactly the data center is available. For example, I want to build one server. Okay. So one virtual machine. So this virtual machine I selected, they have regions. We can call it as a region in every data center. Like, they are going to, design their data centers on a region wise. Region means, for example, in India, South region, North region, Central region, Central India, West Indias. In the same way, you can go to US, East US, West US, Central US, East US 2, West US 2. So what is all these things? These are the regions where their data centers are available. It might be a single data center, or it might be a multiple data centers in the same region. So we don't know we can identify that they have a multiple data centers or single data center. We can see that only on the website. We cannot go, and we don't have any access to go and see it. We don't have any access physically. Okay. So some the regions, they have multiple data centers, and some regions, they have only single data center. Okay. One region, maybe they have multiple data centers or single data center. So when you try to create a one virtual machine, for example, they have multiple data centers. For example, take a location called East US2. I want to create a one virtual machine. I select East US2. So while trying to create a virtual machine, we don't know which data center this particular virtual machine is going to be deployed. We don't have any choice. I want to select data center 1. I want to select data center 2. No, we don't have any option. We have only option which region you want to deploy this virtual machine. That's it. Clear? So because we don't have any choice to select the data center level, only we have a choice to region level. We have an option to select which region you want to deploy this virtual machine. Deploy means create a virtual machine, right? So I want to create a virtual machine on particular region. That's it. So we'll discuss more about what is the importance of this one. One second, guys. Okay. So we will discuss more about what is the importance of these regions and what is the difference. Cloud vendors have different, which cloud vendors have more regions they are going to cover in this all over the world, and how they are going to do that. Okay. Any questions till now, guys? Any questions? Any confusion here?
No.
Everyone? Any confusion?
No, Krishna.
Okay then.
No.
No, Krishna.
Okay, thank you. So now we are going to discuss what is the difference between the physical server and virtual machine. What is the difference between it? Any idea? What is the physical server? What is the virtual machine? Because many times we have heard about virtual machine. What is this virtual machine altogether? In cloud, we have only virtual machines. There is no physical servers at all. We cannot build physical servers in cloud. Any cloud. It doesn't matter it's Azure, AWS, nothing. Any cloud, we cannot build physical servers. That is the first point. Only create virtual machines. What is virtual machine? Why? From where it is come from? What is the difference between these two? Any idea? No idea, guys?
Virtual machine means it shares the common hardware between different computers.
Very good. Okay. Anything else?
OS is also like dynamically as per our requirement, we can bring up.
For example, in on-premises, you guys know that, for example, you requested, what is the process to, request any virtual, any server to the, because we have in on-premises, we have so many teams are there, Windows team, storage team, database team, network team, many teams are there, right? We used to work on-premises like that only. So what exactly storage team do? What exactly Windows team do? For example, I am a database guy. I need a server. What is supposed to do? I raise a request and ask Windows team to provide one server to me to one of my database I want to install on that server. So what Windows team will do?
He will create virtual machine.
Okay. How they are going to create virtual machine? What they need before create a virtual machine? They are going to contact storage team. Okay. Once the request come from Windows team to storage team, what storage team will do? They are going to provide some physical component, or we can call it as physical space on their storage. We know that, right? We have so many storage servers like SAN storage, NAS storage. Have you guys heard about this? SAN, NAS,
Yes, sir.
heard about it? So what are all of these things? These servers are come from where? What is all about? It's a physical storage they are going to provide to, we can call as a LANs. LAN. Some space they are going to be provide to the Windows team. Okay, you are going to use this space to build the server. Okay, this space we can call it as a ESX host. We can call it as a ESX host. Okay, in this ESX host, what they're going to do? They are going to, ESX host is nothing but a physical server. Okay, so in this ESX host, what we are going to do? We are going to install VMware or Hyper-V. These are the two softwares. Any one of them is going to be installed on the ESX host. So what exactly the VMware and Hyper-V do? It is going to be virtualized. For example, I have one server. Take it as my laptop is a one physical server. So in my laptop, I have 10 GB of RAM, 10 GB of hard disk in my laptop. So I have some motherboard, CPU, blah, blah. Many things are there. Okay. So in my laptop, I installed one application. Okay. So I have stored some data in my laptop. This particular storage, it might be like 2 GB of space is occupied out of 10 GB of my hard disk. And I installed my application and it is running on this server, this particular laptop. So its space, like, it is occupying using only 1 GB of RAM whenever this particular application is running. Okay. So as per cost, I spent around 30,000. I spent 30,000 to bought this particular laptop. So I used only what are the resources I have in this laptop. I am not using up to the mark because out of 10 GB only I'm using only 2 GB. Out of 10 GB RAM, I'm using only 1 GB of RAM. So I want to maintain another application. I need to purchase one more server and install one more application here and using for some databases and some space. This server also have 10 GB of RAM and 10 GB of hard disk. Here also, this application is using only 4 GB of RAM, and only 5 GB of hard disk. That's all. Rest of the spaces are free. No one using it. Here also, huge space is free. Like only 2 GB RAM is used, 2 GB hard disk is using, only 1 GB of RAM is using. We are not using this, whatever the components are connected to this particular physical hardware, physical server, we are not using up to the mark. So each and every application, I'm going to buy purchasing a new server. So another 30,000 I spent for this one, for 2 applications. So I want to utilize this particular components most effectively. I want to optimize this. How I'm going to optimize? For example, you have a lift in our house. So you have only 2-state building. You are put some lift. You spend 50,000 and purchase one lift. So how many times you can use this particular lift per day? Maximum 3-4 times. Maximum. That's all right. Because 2 people are maybe one family is here, one family is here. Maximum they can use 3 to 4 times. But you can think about that. We can install this same lift in one 5-store apartment. What is the utilization of this particular lift? Is most efficient. Many people are using for the same lift. Because you spend 50,000, here also we need to spend 50,000. Here also we need to spend 50,000 to purchase this particular lift. But here only 3-4 times only you can utilize this particular lift per day. But here more than 20 to 30 times the people are using, because we have multiple floors are available, multiple people are available. So they are going to utilize the same lift. So here the utilization of this lift is very effective. But you spent 50,000 only, both the places. But here we are not utilize this service so effectively because the people are very less. So a lot of time we have spent 50,000, but it is not worthy there. But here in apartment, this is worthable. So same way, here you have a physical server, but you are not utilize that space effectively. So that's the reason what we are planning to do. The VMware company or Hyper-V company, Hyper-V has come from Microsoft. VMware come from VMware company. So these companies build a new software. What they're going to do, they are install this software on this physical server. Okay. So once they install this, this particular software, VMware or Hyper-V, any of them, you can create multiple servers from one physical server. This is VM1, VM2, VM3. So this particular physical server have only same 10 GB of RAM, 10 GB of hard disk. So what we are going to do, 2 GB RAM for this VM, 2 GB RAM from this VM, 2 GB RAM for this VM. The same way, 2 GB hard disk for this VM, 2 GB hard disk for this one. So we can install one application here, we can install one application here, or install one application here. So in 130,000 you spend, you can maintain 3 applications separately without any interaction between these things. It's completely isolated. Virtually, it is completely isolated. There is no link in between these virtual machines. All are working as an individual. Okay. So you can maintain the security here. You can utilize this particular services, what are the components are available for this particular physical server. Everything is so effective, we can utilize it. And we can reduce the cost drastically. Almost 50, 60%, we can reduce in the cost. So VMware is a cost-effective solution here to virtualize the entire physical server in a single pieces. We can call it as a virtual machine. Is it clear, guys? Any doubts? Any confusion here? Is it clear, everyone? Any
Yes, sir.
confusion?
No, no.
Good, right? So because we should understand, because many times, like, people can understand calling virtual machine, but most of the people don't know how this virtual machine create and what is the purpose of that. Most of the people, I'm sure about that. Okay. So first you need to understand what is the virtual machine, why in cloud we are only create a virtual machine. Why can't we create a physical server? What is the difference? Why can't we create a physical server? Because we don't have any choice to request to the storage to build ESX host and all these things. Everything is done by vendor only. Up to virtualization, everything is maintained by cloud vendors. Virtualization installed, the software is also installed on the physical server and everything set up by cloud vendor. That's the reason we don't have any choice to create a physical servers. And they are going to provide a storage, they are going to create physical servers. At the top of it, they are going to install this VMware or Hyper-V. Everything is created by cloud vendor. So that's the reason only we can create a virtual machines. That's all. We don't have any choice or any option to access physical service. So that's the reason, in the on-premises, we have different teams because we have a storage team separately. We have Windows team separately, Linux team separately, database team. Because in cloud is nothing. Everything we have to learn it because everything is maintained by cloud vendor. Storage team, what is the point of storage team here? They cannot do anything. They cannot allocate any storage to the Windows team here because everything is done by the cloud vendor. The storage is maintained by cloud vendor. The virtualization is maintained by cloud vendor. The physical servers are maintained by cloud vendor. We are not bothered about anything. We can directly create a virtual machine. We can use it. That's all. Clear, guys, up to now? Why this is difference between this on-premises and cloud? Any doubts? Okay. So now we discussed already, right? We have many clouds are available, right? Azure cloud. So most popular clouds are these things. AWS cloud, GCP cloud. These three cloud vendors are very popular in the market. We have so many vendors are there already. Like I told you, right? IBM vendor, Oracle vendor, cloud vendors, so many vendors are there. But these three are very popular. So we know that, right? Azure, who is the vendor for Azure?
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Okay. What about AWS?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon. Okay. This is for Microsoft. This is for Amazon and GCP?
Google.
Google, right. So we are aware of it, all these things, right? This is Google. Okay. So how the customer can decide? For example, I'm a customer. I want to use like, we have so many vendors are available in the market. How I'm going to choose what is the right cloud for me? How they're going to decide? Okay. So we have so many vendors like Azure, AWS, GCP, blah, blah, blah. The customers, they think about that. Almost every cloud provider provide the same services. You can see if you go to any cloud, almost that service is available in all cloud vendors. Mostly, what are the top, like Azure or AWS, GCP, you compare with any cloud, every service is available. So why can't you choose Azure? Why can't you choose AWS? Why can't I choose a GCP? Something like that. We can also, people are confusing like, what is the right cloud I'm going to use it? What is the benefits we have? So nowadays the Azure is going to very popular now. Like, AWS came to the market first, then Azure, then GCP. The cloud vendors are coming to the market. AWS came into the market very early, in 2008 or something like that. Then Azure came into the market. Then GCP came into the market. Okay. But services, maybe names are different, but the service models are same. There is no difference. Okay. So why this Azure is more popular now? So they have some benefits. What benefits they are going to offer to us? Why the people are choosing Azure now? So we know that Microsoft is everyone almost from my childhood, the Microsoft is there, right? So we know that who is Microsoft. So we cannot go with the only for by the sake of company, right? We need to think about that. What type of services they're offered and what is the benefits they are offered. So the first point is the cost. How the customer think about that? First point is any customer, the cost and quality. These are the two key points. Any business running on these two, cost, quality. If you take any business, if you go to purchasing a cloth or any shopping mall, first point, you are a customer, you first think about the cost and the quality. These are the two things every customer have a idea about that. We need to think about that before purchasing anything. So the same way, if any customer, they want to choose any cloud, first they think about the cost. What service I'm going to use it. So in cloud, guys, everything we can call as a service. Virtual machine service, virtual network service, database service. Because we are going to use their product as a service. If you go to the hotel, right, everything we can, we can call as a service. If you call to the boy, right, that is a service. They are going to offer it. Telephone service, room service people are there. So why we can call a service? That is, that product is not by our own. We are taking service from them for temporary basis. In the cloud also, everything we can call as a service. Okay. So what services there we are planning to, for example, I want to use virtual machine service from so and so cloud. So what is the cost about that? Okay. So then we need to think of quality wise, everything is almost the same. And we need to think about the one more point is in cloud point of view, location. We can call as region also. This is also playing a key role here to choose a right cloud. So how they are going to think about that cost and locations, what locations they have it, what is the difference between these three cloud vendors. We are going to concentrate on only these comparison only, AWS, GCP and Azure. We are going to think, we cannot discuss about the rest of things, guys. It's a huge list. Okay. We are going to compare with these three cloud vendors. What is the benefits we are going to get it if we go with Azure? So these things we are going to discuss tomorrow, guys. And I'm going to stop now to, if you have any questions, you can ask me. We can discuss about that next 10 minutes. Any questions? In this course, I will give you some brief introduction about what are the services like we are going to cover in this particular course. We are going to discuss about the what is the cloud and all these things and the module number 1. And then we are going to create a account with Azure Cloud, how to create, what type of accounts are available. All these things we are going to discuss, and we can discuss about the Azure regions and how we are going to subscriptions, tenants, and everything on the module number 2. Then we can move to the virtual network. This is a very important concept. We need to understand what is network and how the network concepts are involved. What is IP? I'm start from the very basic, like what is IP? I've started from that because most of the guys come from no network background. Definitely, because we are come from different platforms or different skill sets we have it, right? So most of the guys may they not know the networking concepts. So that's the reason I'm planning to start from the beginning, like what is IP. From that point, we are going to develop our skill under the networking side. So because networking is a very, very key role in cloud. Okay. So then we are going to discuss about the virtual machines, how to build a virtual machines, how to what type of virtual machines we have it. And then many things we are going to cover in the related to the virtual machines, how to connect the virtual machines and all these things. Then we are going to discuss about Azure, Azure storage, what type of storage that they have it, how we are going to provision, how to secure our core storage, how to push your data to the storage. All these things we are going to discuss. Then we are going to discuss about the Azure Enter ID, the access and identity management. We have so one of the huge service this Microsoft have is a Active Directory. Previously we can call it as an Active Directory. Now we can call it as Enter ID. So we are going to deep into that particular service. This is one of the important service we are going to think about that. Okay. Then we are going to discuss about the monitoring and backups, how these services are working to that in the cloud. Okay. Then we are going to discuss about the alert monitoring and services and backup setups and all those things we are going to discuss. And we are going to discuss about the connectivity between the on-premises to cloud, how we are going to do that, what type of services we have. So everything we are going to discuss one by one. Okay. Any doubts, guys, on this? Any doubts? Any clarification required? We can discuss about that. So can you guys share your email IDs to me? So I'm going to share the recording. I'm going to share the Google Drive link to you guys, and I can upload all recordings, everyday recordings on that particular Google Drive. You can go through the recordings whenever you want, and then you can download those recordings in your local systems. Okay, so please try to send your email IDs in the chat. I can take it from there. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any general questions? And if you have anything, just ask me. If you want any clarification or anything like that. Okay, so one. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so and I got it.
No, please check. I also send that.
Yeah, I'll see that. Yeah, no problem. And whatever whoever is sending, I got it. Many countries, I got it. Anyone missing here, guys? Everyone sent it.
Yeah, I have sent mine.
Okay. I have your information. Okay, you sent it. So guys, feel free to talk to me, guys. If you have any, you want to change, if I'm going very fast or if I'm going to very slow, if you don't understand anything, feel free to ask me, guys. Don't hesitate to ask me any questions. Don't think about it's a small or big, because we are here to learn everything. So don't think about this question is small or big, or don't hesitate to ask any type of questions, guys. That is,
I have also sent my email.
yeah, I got it. Bargu, right? Vedula dot bar. Yeah, I have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 I got it out of 10, right? I think.
Sir, only theory is there, sir, only.
Hmm?
Only is theory there, sir. Only the theory is there. Only means practice
No,
means how
practice
to.
will start because first day, right? We are going to discuss about the basic, theory part. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, I will explain to you what is how to create an account in Azure, and what are the type of accounts we are available, we can able to create, and all these things we are going to discuss, right? So
Yes,
don't worry about that.
how can I
Yeah,
install this after that in computer, sir? Means practice means.
it's a only web based. You can you can have a laptop, right? You can go and
Yes, sir.
connect this portal very easily. I will show you tomorrow. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll discuss about that. Okay, guys, so we'll continue tomorrow from here, and we'll discuss more about this. Okay, thank you, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.